Welcome back to Second Screen. If you're new to Formula E, there's one feature that sounds like a cheat code the first time you hear it: Pit Boost. And yes, it's a pit stop. But not for tires. It's a mandatory mid-race fast charge that gives drivers extra usable energy to finish the race. Think of it as Formula E adding a pit lane strategy moment, while still keeping the sport's core identity: energy management, timing, and chaos when the field compresses. Let's start with the headline numbers because they're genuinely insane. In a pit boost race, every driver must make one mandatory stop, and the car receives a 10% energy increase. That's about 3.85 kilowatt hours, delivered via a 600 kilowatt fast charge for 30 seconds. The car has to be stationary for a minimum of 34 seconds total, with 30 seconds allocated to the charging itself. That's the whole point. Formula E is showing ultra-fast charging technology in the harshest possible environment, the middle of a race. Now, important detail: Pit Boost is not used in every race. It's a designated feature on specific weekends, and when it's on the menu, it's mandatory for everyone. You can't opt out. In a doubleheader weekend, Formula E can run Pit Boost in only one of the two races, which means you can have two totally different strategic races on the same weekend. So, how does it actually work in real life? Each team is provided with a Pit Boost unit, and it plugs into the rear of the Gen 3 Evo car in the team's pit box. There are strict limits on personnel during the charging phase: 2 mechanics plus 1 crew member handling the stop-go release. That matters because it keeps the process controlled, safe, and consistent. And it also means teams can't turn Pit Boost into a full-service stop like in other series. Here's the part beginners usually miss: you can't just pit whenever you want. Pit Boost happens within a state of charge window. The FIA sets that window before each race. One example from Monaco was, the battery has to be below 60% and above 40% at the moment of the boost. The key takeaway isn't the exact numbers, it's the concept. You have to time your energy usage so you hit the window at the right moment. That's why Pit Boost is not just a pit stop, it's a puzzle. Okay, step by step. The driver comes into the pit lane, stops outside the garage, then pulls into the allocated pit position. There are rules about positioning, like keeping tires within the white lines. And once the car is stationary, the charger plugs in and the 30-second boost begins. After the minimum stationary time is completed and it's safe to release, the car goes back out. Race control monitors the procedure, and if a team doesn't follow the guidelines, it can be reported to the stewards. And in the rare case the equipment has a technical issue, there are spare rigs available through the FIA garage with race director authorization. Now the "can they fix the car" question. During the actual Pit Boost charging phase, the focus is the charge, but Formula E does allow work on the car after Pit Boost is completed and unplugged, and that work can count towards the minimum pit stop time. If a car needs repairs like bodywork, the Pit Boost must be completed and unplugged first. Then additional team members can help once the charging phase is over. Also, if a driver has a 5-second or 10-second time penalty, it must be served before plugging in the Pit Boost rig. So yes, Pit Boost can overlap with other race administration, and that's where things get spicy. Now let's talk about the biggest built-in drama mechanic: teams can't double stack. Every team has one Pit Boost rig, and only one car can use it at a time. So if your two drivers arrive on the same lap, someone is going to lose time, either by queuing, delaying their stop, or taking the stop at a less optimal moment. That turns Pit Boost into a teammate versus teammate timing game, and it's one of the reasons you'll see drivers phase their energy usage differently, even within the same team. Strategy time. In motorsport, you'll hear undercut and overcut. In Formula E with Pit Boost, it's not about tires. It's about track position, clean air, and energy state. Pit early, and you might come out into clean air, push hard while others are stuck in traffic, and gain positions when the pit cycle completes. Pit late, and you're betting on the race coming back to you, usually via full course yellow or a safety car compressing the field, which can make the cost of a 34-second stop feel smaller relative to the pack. But waiting late has risks too. You can emerge into traffic, get blocked, or end up in a position where your team timing is awkward and you lose more than you gain. And this is where Pit Boost connects with the other Formula E thing everyone talks about: attack mode. Attack mode gives a temporary power increase. It takes the car from the standard race power to an extra 50 kilowatts, and drivers have to go off the racing line through an activation zone to earn it. It's a risk-reward mechanic. Lose time to activate, but gain speed and grip to attack or defend. For Season 12, Formula E refreshed attack mode, and for Pit Boost races, there's only one activation per race, and drivers are not forced to use the full allocation before the end anymore. That makes it more flexible, but also more tactical, because now your single attack mode has to line up with traffic, energy, and the pit cycle. So if you're watching a Pit Boost race as a beginner, here's the simple checklist that will make you sound like you've been watching for years. 1. Listen for the SOC window, because once drivers are near it, the strategic race begins. 2. Watch teammate spacing. If two cars are close, someone will get compromised by the one-rig rule. 3. Watch the outlap. In Formula E, the outlap after Pit Boost can be the moment positions are won or lost, because everyone is trying to re-merge into traffic with a different energy state. 4. Keep an eye on neutralizations. Full course yellow and safety car can flip the best plan into the worst plan in seconds, because the whole field compresses and suddenly track position becomes everything. Now, the why did they introduce this background? Formula E has always been about racing plus technology. Pit Boost is basically the championship putting ultra-fast charging on the world stage and saying, this is where EV tech is going. The FIA has framed it as part of Formula E's race-to-road platform, and it's been tested and simulated heavily because safety and reliability have to be bulletproof when you're delivering 600 kilowatts into a car mid-race. Quick mini FAQ. Does Pit Boost mean they charge to full? No, it's only a 10% top-up, designed to change race pace and strategy, not to turn the race into a charging session. Is it unfair because it's random? Not really. Everyone has to do it, and the window is set by the FIA, so it becomes a skill game. Who hits the window cleanly, who avoids traffic, and who times it with attack mode and cautions. Is Pit Boost basically Formula E becoming Formula 1? No. Formula E's tire situation is not the same, and the championship's unique layer is energy management. Pit Boost adds a pit lane moment, but the winner is still usually the driver who manages energy and timing best. Pit Boost is Formula E's strategy reset button. It creates a high-stakes moment that's easy for new fans to understand. Everyone must pit and charge, but the deeper you go, the more interesting it gets. SOC windows, team stacking, neutralizations, and how you sync it with attack mode. If you want, in the next video I'll do attack mode fully, not in a boring rulebook way, but with real examples, when to take it, when not to, and how it decides overtakes.